Playing with the buttons.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Spooked Coast to Coast. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being on.
Sorry we were late.
I'm not going to lie to you.
It's all his fault.
I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't even feel like coming back. The Spooked Coast to Coast was about to get canceled. My family was about to move to Orlando. We didn't want to come back. But unfortunately, there's this thing called responsibilities and adulting that we unfortunately have to do. So we're back, unfortunately. But as always, you're hosted by Jen and Mondo, 𝗟𝗏𝗽 Paranormal, and we have Joy representing JJ Paranormal.
Hello.
And so, babe, why don't we tell the good folks about our good friend James and his crew? That the last time we heard from James, last time we had him on the show, sorry, let me clarify that. We had talked to James about St. Albans Sanitarium, a trip that he did with our good friends Stephen Miller, Black Smoke Paranormal, and Yvette and Sierra in Haunting Angels. Yes. So let's bring him on. He's got a bigger crew now.
He has a lot more people with him tonight.
Right. Yeah. And see what he's been up to.
Hey. So all the way from Georgia and I think North Florida. I'm gonna see if that's correct or not.
Georgia.
We have a group of people. You might know them as Cross the Line Paranormal.
Or Clothesline Paranormal, yes.
If you're asking Yvette, it's going to be Clothesline Paranormal, but no, it's Cross the Line Paranormal. And during some of the pictures that you might have noticed, so I have posted in a video earlier today, you'll see James' daughter Lola, who also investigates with them. So I want to talk about that. I think that's awesome.
She's cute.
And you have a good-looking service pup. Service dog and Bigfoot. But I'm hoping Bigfoot makes an appearance. So we'll see. Let's get into it. I'm going to play their intro. Don't start on me. There you go. Let me share screen. Damn. They did change all this crap.
They did. Yeah, I was playing with the buttons. We know what the red one is.
I was playing. Okay, so StreamYard changed their layout.
Of course, in 2 weeks that we have not been here, StreamYard has been doing.
And Joy's like, "What's the big red button doing?" I pressed it, and then it booted me out. So that's how we don't know anything.
As James said, it's an exit button.
It's the exit button. It's exactly what it looks like. Can you guys see that? No,
not yet.
I can. You can now. All right.
Cool. Oh, well, I can is not even up yet.
Subscribe.
That's how you help us grow with our friends. You help them, and that helps the whole world go round and around, guys. But without further ado,
all right, I'm bringing up James.
What's
up, everybody?
What's up? Everybody always sees.
Glad to be back.
Now he's on the live.
Yes, join us live.
That's right. Where the hell are your maracas, bro? All right, we got Brandon. What's up, Brandon? And David.
And we have David.
What's up? For being here.
Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
To see you guys next month. I hope all you guys are going to go. We'll be at Savannah.
James, if you want to say the name of the event that we'll be going to.
MaracaCon.
Oh
Well,
my
I
god!
used to call it the 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗀, but
No, I can't say.
macabre. Hell, I can't even say it now. You got
𝗟𝗏𝗀.
macabre.
𝗟𝗏𝗀.
There you go.
Mike
I'm gonna
likes
start
wearing
calling them Maraca.
They're gonna put us out.
God.
There's gonna be a bouncer like these assholes right here, gone.
100%.
I will go
Jesus.
cooking and cleaning.
You wanna tell the folks about that a little bit, real quick, before we start?
Yeah, the 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀 is basically it's more, instead of paracelebs, there will be a few there. It's going to be more teams and like doctors and authors, and they're going to be bringing in a lot of people from various backgrounds to discuss not only paranormal but UFOs and cryptids and all that kind of thing. I'm actually pretty excited. Bram Stoker's nephew is going to be there, great nephew.
Yeah.
And when I was antiquing in Louisville, I found a Bram Stoker's Dracula book that was printed in 1923. So I'm going to take
Ooh.
that with me. I got it for $1, and I'm going to take that with me and see if he'll sign it. But I think it's going to be a really cool event. There's a lot. What's awesome about it too is a lot of local Savannhians, not only Ghost Coast Paranormal, but the Witching Hour tours and a few others that are putting it all together. And they'll have it there in the haunted Savannah Theater. So I really think it'll be an awesome event.
Heck yeah, I'm super
And
excited.
it'll be even more awesome because we're all going.
Yeah,
305 will be there. Cross the Line will be there. Yeah,
everybody's gonna be there.
Joy, buy you some tickets.
Joe, you
like
better
flying,
get over
so.
that fear of flying, girl.
I don't know. Maybe there's like a bright line
Right now.
straight this way. It's fucking great.
Yeah, but that's
But yeah, it'll be a good time.
and
Yeah.
I'll get to meet David and Brandon in person. Haven't had the pleasure yet.
Hunting Angels, are you coming?
Well, there's going to be a whole lot of folks that are going, and I can't wait to hang out with everybody. It's cool to do stuff like this online just to keep the conversation going, but it's another thing to actually see y'all in person and get to get a chance to exchange stories or investigate stuff like that. That's going to be awesome, man. So I'm looking forward
David,
to
just so you know, Mondo's still taller than you, so there's nothing to look forward to there.
There's no way.
Everybody
You're
looks down on me.
short than you.
Everybody looks down on me. I don't know why.
My license says 5'10", but that must have been a great day. Let me tell you, I don't break 5'9" nowadays.
I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9".
There you go.
He's like 5'9 3/4.
You're good. We're good.
He's calling me tiny. I don't get it.
In your dreams, you're 5'9". In your dreams.
I dream a lot, Brandon.
I don't believe he's short. There's no way.
Shut up, Brandon. This isn't a 6 foot above conversation. Your head's in the other atmosphere. It's for the 5'9" club.
Yeah, looking like 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗀. Looking like 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗀, just
Tanner,
walking through
thank you for
clouds.
coming out to the show. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks everybody in the chat.
Yeah, for real. Mondo's never been to Savannah, and I haven't been since I was like a little girl. So I'm pretty excited about that. Just even going back.
I have.
Oh
I
yeah,
have,
Savannah's.
I have driven through Valdosta. On our way.
Didn't miss much.
Behind those gas stations. Remember
that bad boy did not stand a chance. We got to go check out Mike Wangis's spot. So I'm looking forward to making my way to Georgia again and getting to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So let's start with everybody. Introduce yourselves and tell us about Cross the Line Paranormal. Whoever wants to go.
All right. Well, obviously, James. We're a team based out of South Georgia. These two guys are in North Florida.
Oh, okay.
We've been going since 2010, and I'm one of the original members. Brandon's one of the original members. We've had people come and go, and but we've still been staying strong as we can, trying to make friendships and investigate. We do residentials, we do commercials, we do tours. Um, we try to do a little bit of everything, help where we can, and help other teams that we can. That have the same mindset, and we try to stay out of all the drama. We just try to keep it professional as possible, but have fun along the way. And so that's us. We did recently lose one of our team members, 𝗟𝗏𝗽𝗀𝗃, unfortunately, passed away. And I kind of joke about it now, and I know she would laugh. And she was an NDE, near death experiencer, and now she's a CDE. She was cremated, so she's a cremated death experiencer.
Oh my God, you're the worst.
No, she would think she was fun. She would think that's hilarious. But yeah, we miss her in spirit. Her daughter Liz is on our team as well, and we've been trying to just keep her positive and everything because it was a sudden, unexpected thing. And but yeah, that's pretty much us. And I'll let Brandon take it over since he's a man of few words.
Only a few words. That's it. Yeah.
Time starts now. I was kidding.
Hey, I like that. David, damn it, y'all rubbed off on her. Yeah, my name is Brandon. Appreciate for letting me join up here. And David, I mean not David. I don't care about David. But I've been on the team since 2012, off and on. I moved down here in North Florida and contacted James back up again, joined back up with him again full time, and make it nice and short and sweet. Hey, I love every bit of it. I'm just a comedian guy. David, turn it over to you.
That's awesome.
We're in the news. I'm just going to report on the weather now, I guess. No, I
Take 5.
always had a big interest. Take 3. I've always had a big interest in it. I started off in the military with military Paranormal Research Society. It was based out of Andrews Air Force Base. We did that for about 2 or 3 years, and then I medically retired out. Had to find my adultness aspect on the outside of the military and try to build professionally. And then I got back into it just as of 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, about that. That's when I made that TikTok paranormal page separate from my main one. But
stalking page.
But yeah, what's that?
That stalking page?
It's not stalking. It's other people stalk me. I don't know. Maybe I'm a light. I'm not sure. But no, it was basically to debunk, and me and James exchanged a couple of videos and words on videos, and yep. And then it was invited.
He was amazed. He was amazed by our videos, though. Just letting everybody know, he debunked a lot of people, but he was just flabbergasted by our videos, how amazing they were. He begged me to come.
Saying is it's hard to debunk EVPs. It's just that. No, I'm kidding. But no, I mean, I was just looking for a group of guys and gals that actually wanted to do it the right way. And before I even came out on an investigation, I literally watched every single one of their videos, made sure it was getting involved with an appropriate team, but yeah, it's just because again, it's you have a lot of these Hollywood type investigators out there that just do it for the clicks, likes, and shares, when we have teams that are all over this country that do it for the right reasons, and they're trying to find out the truth. So that was my main objective getting involved with Cross the Line. So I mean, it's literally been like brothers ever since, though. I mean, I'm not even going to share the chat that we have because it's just razzing on each other constantly. But it's nothing but pure love. It really is. So it's just fun.
And it's actually, Hamilton, it's been a year. It's been a year now since we met and David joined us.
Oh, we forgot to make him a cake.
Didn't even send a card, Brandon. Now I figure how I see.
It's in the mail. It just got lost.
No, it ain't no mail. You don't even know how to use stamps.
He'll send you some insure later.
Protein.
Exactly.
Protein.
Do you guys, as far as for Brandon and David, do you guys since you both in North Florida, do you guys live close to each other, or are you guys still pretty much spread out?
We're spread out. I'm in St. Augustine, and he's in Madison, Florida. So we're still about two hours away from each other.
Yeah.
Hour and 52 minutes.
My bad. I wasn't Google Maps.
That's the way me and you drive. Driving with Daisy up there, he drives slow, so they're about 2 hours for him.
Yeah, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. 2.5.
Yeah,
roughly.
but James
all the way to North Carolina.
like,
all the way.
One day he investigated down here in Gold Coast, and he just drove straight from Miami, Florida, back home.
He's like, yeah, because I remember asking, I was like, I don't know, something about if you were staying or something like that. And he's like, nah, I just packed up and went and just like dipped back. And I was like, what? So I'm like, not after investigating.
After 7.5 hours.
Oh, gosh.
Paranormal hangover? He doesn't know what the hell that is.
Well, Lola's asleep in the passenger seat.
Oh man, that's right. Wait, that was that the
Yesteryear Village?
Was that then?
I think it was Yesteryear Village.
Oh, I thought it was
it was Gold Coast.
Oh yeah, it was Gold Coast.
Was it Gold Coast?
I remember I don't know if it was Courtney.
No, okay, that was the second time. Yeah, that was the second time Courtney locked the keys in the rental car.
You got to excuse James. James getting old now. James, you took your medication before you got on here?
That was when Joe called him MacGyver and he got the car unlocked with a stick.
Oh my gosh. Dude, thank God.
I know. Oh, that was horrible. And thankfully, the rental company didn't charge me for the damage to the door.
Oh, no, you're good. Thank God.
Yeah.
Brendan, did you get scared? You hit the door? You ran into something?
No, I had to pry the door open to unlock the door because the keys were locked in the trunk.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
The trunk, I don't know how you got that open. That's crazy.
Oh, damn.
Brandon, where is Madison?
Madison's actually 50 minutes away from James, 32 minutes away from Valdosta. I'm between Tallahassee. I'm between Tallahassee and Live Oak on I-10.
It's between bumfuck and you got a pretty mouth. That's where it's at.
𝗶𝗏𝗏. That's what we call it.
Yep. Emphasis on the mouth.
Right, cool.
And you boys sure got a pretty mouth.
I know.
Damn.
Hey, that's what we love about James. We knew when we were gonna have him on, it was just gonna be a lot of laughs. So
Shannon comment on IG, she was like, no.
We love James.
I'm like,
chaos. James is the highlight of the chat and now the show. Look at that.
Right. This is us three all day long.
I know. That's fun. Yeah,
you guys still doing the whiskey and I forget what it's called.
Whispers, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Every Thursday.
Every Thursday on their TikTok. If you follow them on TikTok, please, you get more of this. No, but
clean version.
It's a good hangout spot.
Cleaner, yeah. A little bit cleaner version, but yeah.
Yeah, cleaner version.
I think so.
I done got kicked off twice.
In the same night.
Oh shit! Damn. Well, you won't happen here. You'll be all right. So I want to get into we'll get into it later. All right, so let's go first with first places that you remember investigating. Actually, your daughter Lola, right? She comes out and she investigates with you. Is she ever scared, James?
Oh yeah.
She's scared?
She was scared about Waverly because she can sense and feel spirits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've sent her videos on how to try to block it, turn it off. Not someone described where, like Mary Lynn describes about like closing the door to where only when she wants to open it. Lola doesn't know how to do that yet, so she feels them all the time, and she was really worried about that. But once we got there and she got a little more comfortable, it went a lot better. She wasn't as scared as she thought she was going to be. So,
how old is Lola? How old is she?
She'll be 18 this year, but she's been doing this since she was 7.
Nice.
Yes,
Been
I
super
mean,
I love
young.
that. I love that.
Yeah,
We bring our
I've took her
grandma.
since she was 7 to places.
Yeah.
what was her first location? Do you remember?
𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗃 Hospital.
Damn.
Well, besides the stuff happening in her bedroom when she was little, her actual first investigation would have been the old 𝗵𝗲𝗃 Hospital when we did a tour there to raise money for the hospital. We took her out there, and she loved it. She loved it. She was like 7 or 8, and just gone from there. I'm picky about where I've taken her. I didn't just take her anywhere, but
Yeah.
yeah, any place I felt like wasn't negative or anything like that, she's gone to, and she's had a great time.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I would say the wildest for me, I guess, was Yesteryear Village. Going out there and honestly confirmed me with her abilities, because part of me was like, she would tell me what she saw, this, that, and the other. But when I was still kind of skeptical about it, like, maybe it's her imagination, this, that, and the other. But we went to Yesteryear Village, and that Lewis house, the murder house, they call it.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about Ell Street.
Ell Street. Yeah.
Ell Street house. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ell Street. Yeah. I didn't know it was called the murder house. Neither did she. And I was actually talking to Eric and Scotty while she was wandering around, and she went in the house. Well, she come back running out and yelling for me. So I go over there. I wish I had recorded it, but we just walk around. She started telling me about the bathroom, about the lady, and the lady she said something happened in the bathtub with the man and this, that, and the other, and a kid and all. And I was like, okay. I just kept, okay. Well, we went to the other house. Oh Lord, the famous house.
Riddle House.
Riddle House. Yeah. We went there, and then the Southwest Paranormal couple, they went, I guess, in there. Joe and I can't remember his wife's name, but apparently she has some abilities. Well, anyway, she come out, and we come out of the Riddle House, and we were just walking around with Stephen and Mel, I believe it was, and we come up on them, and she had been slapped. And she started describing the same thing Lola described about the woman and killing the man and the bath and all that stuff in the bathroom. And I was just blown away. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to doubt her, what she says anymore, what she feels or sees, because that was confirmation for me.
Crazy. Did she? So how did she get, how did that information come to her? Like, did she see it, or
she says it's like a memory. She says her head will hurt, and it's like flashes, like memory, or like she's seeing somebody else's memories.
Gotcha.
That's what she describes. She doesn't see it with her eyes. She says like visuals in her head. Yeah.
That's so cool too, because the thing is, not a lot of people really know the story of the Ell Street.
No. So when
Right.
we host Village, and then for the public, I normally I like to take that house because I get good results with the obvious. Will always pick up fucking words on it. Like, I don't even have to say anything.
Yep.
And both of those spirits tend to usually come through. One comes, and then the other one, one will show up, and then if the other one's there, somehow they'll boot the other one out, and then it will be the woman or it'll be the guy. It's either or.
Yeah.
So they both have come through, and they'll start telling me about everything that happened, and then I'm like, damn, this is so crazy. But
yeah.
did she tell you, or did she say well, yeah, so the lady, somebody got murdered there, it was in a bathtub, but did she say anything else, any kids, or
she picked up on a little girl, and I'm trying to, that was 2 years ago, I think. She said the woman murdered the man. The woman's the mean one, but everybody thinks the man's the mean one, but it's actually the woman covering up, making everybody think it's the man. And I think she had a little girl, what she picked up on.
Right.
That's what she was rambling as she was walking through the house.
Who?
And that's what I said. I wish I had videoed when me and Lorelai, she was taking me through the house. That's what she was rambling on, what she was feeling or picking. That's what she was picking up on. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So interesting. Yeah. So I was just wondering, because when you first started talking about it, I heard you say something about a little girl, but I have never heard anybody say that. But when we one of the times that we were there, I was just trying to see like why, like what was the whole, because I try to find articles and anything about that location, and I just want to know why that murder happened. And I did somehow get something about like kids or like a little girl or whatever, and then that the woman was mad. Maybe there was some type of abuse, and then she caught on to it, and that's what made her do that shit.
You get that story. You get the story of infidelity. You get multiple stories, but not a lot of people have been able to come across children. That's why when you were saying that with Lola, I was like, wow, like
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Amazing confirmation, man. That's awesome. That
just makes me more prouder too of her.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely. That's awesome. Yeah, man. I love to see that. That's cool. Brandon, can you want to tell us like how the paranormal started for you?
Well, how the paranormal started for me is when I was
in less than 60 seconds.
No.
Tell it in less than 60 seconds.
Chubb. Can we mute that little short round guy above me? And when you do that, if he speaks up, do his the same way.
No, paranormal. Now. You're going to need the
translate. No, I got into paranormal by one of my friends before I joined up with Cross the Line Paranormal. She wanted to start a team, but it was just me and her, and we actually wanted to get with a group. Our first investigation that really got me started was down in Valdosta, Georgia, right there across the river. It's called 𝗟𝗏𝗽𝗀𝗆. Back in 18-something, I can't remember the exact date, but you can still see the red bricks foundation coming about a foot out of the ground, living right there on the river. I was a debunker, a hardcore debunker, because I really didn't believe in it. I started out being zero believing into it. But I couldn't debunk that little voice of a girl told us to get out. That's when it started picking up. I was like, you know what? She just raised the bar for me on that. The rock, there's a big boulder there near the river back there, but used to go to it. James probably tell you, which they called it the boat ramp over there off of 319. Is it still 319? Going back towards Morgan?
No,
right there, Lowndes County.
Yeah.
Lowndes County, Brooks County line.
Okay, maybe.
Well, they closed it down because a lot of people riding the four-wheelers and dirt bikes back there and just trashing the place. Didn't have no respect. We luckily we got in there before they closed it down, and we did that investigation in the daytime, and that's when we got that EVP a couple hours later, because it was like, this is bull crap. Well, I'm on YouTube. This is bullshit. I'm like, this is not getting it. But as she took me a little bit further into it and went to Andersonville. I don't know if y'all been up there to the battlefield up there to Andersonville.
No.
Up there in North Georgia.
Prison.
Yeah, the old prison war compound.
Civil War prison.
Broad daylight. There's a church there. We debunked the church. They with the smoke, because back in the day they smoked cigars like crazy.
Yeah.
It soaks up into the wood. When it gets hot and sweats, that's what you're going to smell. And whatever odorant, your body odorant part is still in there too. Being there in the hot ass, no AC, and sweating your balls off. And I got a little EV. We got it. What's that?
Was it SWAS?
Yes, Joy. Yes. Thank you, Joy.
I learned a new word the week before last.
Florida terminology.
Yeah.
So SWAS, for everybody that forgot, it's swamp ass SWAS.
SWAS for investigate down here.
SWAS.
Yeah.
But we finally joined up. She joined up with at the time when Philip was over it, and she's like, "Hey, I found a group. If you want to join, come on, because they're a pretty good group. They're nice and they're fun to be with." And I was like, "You know what? Let me meet Philip." And when I met Philip, I didn't realize it was my buddy that I go to the bars with and hang out and talk to.
Jen. Your emoji.
But that's how I started with the group. James, I don't know. He was playing with his dolls in his little girl's room at the time, probably. You know?
No judging.
We listen and we don't.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
James, what do you identify as? No offense.
No comment. No comment.
But I tell you what, I'm glad that David came along because there wasn't nobody like me being a debunker, really a debunker, until David came along. Even though he's 3 foot and 2 inches, and walks with a twig.
I debunk.
You debunk baby dolls.
Whatever.
So I'm not 3 foot, okay? I'm not 3 foot. I don't know why you keep. I'm 5'9" and 1/2.
That half matters, guys.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay, sir. We give you credit on the debunk.
Appreciate you.
So, David, tell us your start.
Mine was actually
it?
Andrews Air Force Base, Chapel 2. So Chapel 2 was an old church that was used during the Civil War as a hospital, field hospital. So we would always, I was security forces in the Air Force, so it was military police. But the back door lock would always send us or trigger us an alert, and we'd have to respond. And we'd always go back there, and the door would always be ajar. Now, this is a punch code door, right? So you would have to punch in a certain code in order for it to open. It would always be ajar, and it would be at least once a week. But you would always hear footsteps. You know, once we heard a disembodied voice, but that was it. Not a whole lot going on the inside, but the outside had a whole bunch of gravestones, and the only markers on them was like mom, dad, child, and some didn't even have any. So there was just a blank stone. Because again, it is over 200 years old, so more than likely weathered down, and you just can't read it. But that's what got me started with the Military Paranormal Research Society, and there was like 4 of us that did like local areas around the base because we had access to everything. So being military police, you can walk pretty much anywhere on the base, and we would just go in, do EVPs, or just kind of record. And like when you first start out, you don't really know exactly what you're doing, but you've seen it on TV, so you're trying to mimic everything that you've seen, and just to act as if you were. But no, it wasn't until really like just over a year ago when we did Old Hamilton together that really learning how to investigate, and if obviously Brennan and James and the rest of the crew helping, truly understanding what it is that we're going after. But that's what got me started in it, and now I can't stop. So it is somewhat of an addiction. All right, some call it an addiction, but no, it's just. And I know I kind of posted this, but it's really the only time I kind of feel free. I feel like it's just you're in an area, you're investigating a space. You're not investigating a person or anything like that. You're investigating a space, and sometimes people pop up. So, but now I love it now. Like my daughter, Natalie, was there with us at Waverly. And so I brought her on to 2 because, this is something that we can do together, so like I really enjoy that, being able to share, a passion of mine with her, and that she likes it, so I remember when Destination Fear came out, we were literally, I saw your shirt, that reminded me, but we would sit there and we would watch all the entire seasons back to back, and I still rewatch it to this day just to kind of have something going on in the background. But I don't know, it's just it is a passion of mine, and it has been for years.
What I was gonna say, how old is your daughter?
She's 16.
16.
16.
Nice.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. That's cool. That's so like her and Lola got like something in common, and still like a teenager type
Yep.
age.
Yeah, because kind of like James, I wouldn't take her to a space where I thought that there was like I wouldn't take her to Pennhurst. You know what I mean? Just a great example. I probably wouldn't have taken her there. But Pennhurst is obviously everybody here knows what that is, but Waverly is an entirely different scenario, an entirely different situation. So I felt more comfortable bringing her there, and I even asked her. I was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." And like we get there, and this place is massive.
Hell no.
You know, so but Pennhurst was bigger, so like that's the crazier thing with it. But yeah, that was we distinguish where we bring our children, but yet we still want that to have them be a part of it, right? Have them be a part of some of the things that we love too. So
that's what we had this conversation, as a matter of fact, a few episodes back with Daryl Marston and Trey Bader when we had them on to discuss the My Haunted Manor. They had just had an episode where it was a bunch of kids investigating the manor, and like to hear both of your daughters investigating, I think it's so cool, because thinking back to like when we were younger, you wouldn't have these conversations with other people. You would have that stigma of like, that's not cool, or you're weird or something like that. And to see it kind of evolve into kind of what it is nowadays, and it's more acceptable to be an investigator. I'm kind of proud of the fact the community has kind of like evolved into the way it is now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it really is a family. I mean, James's entire family investigates, so like that's just the way that it is now. I think personally, there's not a whole lot of stigma anymore around it. And it really switched within the last decade. Just to prove your point, it really did switch within the last decade. Jason Hawes is one that did that for the entire community, because he brought his daughter. I mean, there's other sides of that I'm not going to get into here, but nevertheless, really introduced that aspect of it and to remove stigmas. Because I can't tell you how many times I tell somebody that I do this, and they're like, "Oh my God, I absolutely love it. I can't. I love that stuff, But they're like, I would never go do that, but I love this stuff. It's just, well, try it. Never know.
Oh, the same thing happens with Jenny all the time. What is it that they tell you?
No, they're like, "Oh, so I heard, because I don't talk about this like at work. So they're like, "Oh, I heard you do like ghost stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "So let me tell you something that happened," or like they want something that happened to them, or they want like some type of like an opinion, or ask me something about like something they may have seen or what something's called. And I'm like, "Oh, so sometimes if depending on who they are, I'm like, yo, come out. We're doing something this like Friday or whatever. Like, come out here." They're like, "No,
I could never do
it." I'm like,
yep.
but it's not, I don't know.
It's not what Hollywood has made it out to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to walk into an Albertsons and get Conjuring.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
yeah. Now you can see some scary shit sometimes, but it's rare. It is definitely rare.
Thank you, Bob.
This is fabulous. This is fabulous. What this is. This isn't scary.
This is not scary at all. But damn, I had a question. I totally. Oh, okay. Was it the first time that you guys all went? Well, was this the first time any of you went to Waverly? Like the first time for everybody?
For me, yeah.
No, James, you had been there before, right?
Yeah. This was my third time. That was my third time.
Brandon
didn't go. No, he couldn't go this time. Damn it, Brandon.
His basketball team. His basketball team really needed help.
Oh my God! What was your impression of Waverly for your first time?
I'll be honest with you, like I wasn't expecting that size. You know what I mean? Because again,
it was like stairs. Look at them big stairs.
Oh my knees!
It was.
I can hear him already.
Okay, first off, all right, we're only allowed to use.
Let me get my walking stick.
I only needed it halfway through the night. No, I mean
I should have brought the hover chair.
If they would allow, I would. Okay, I'd be just zooming through that place. Just But no, it was the size. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, Pennhurst was massive, but that's more so buildings separated out, just the long walks. But this is a massive ass building, and all you do is you look up, and there's a photo for reference. Your common person being, let's say, 5'11" in this aspect, and yes, I'm shorter than that, but nevertheless, 5'11" being that. But you just look straight up, and you're looking up, 6 floors,
5 stores, 5 stores.
Well, base
5
level,
stores.
So 5 stories
Yeah.
on top of that.
5 stories.
So there is a basement there. But yeah, no, I mean, it was the actual roof. It kind of put it into perspective. When you're on the roof, you can look out and kind of see Louisville. So it was just one of those where I would go back in an instant. Knowing what I know now. But because it was like an old school type of investigation. Just kind of. We literally threw stuff in a bag and we just started walking. And but yeah,
we really didn't use most of our equipment, recorder and camera.
Yeah. Except for the body shoot, the death tunnel.
Well, except for the body. Now the body shoot we did, but most everywhere else. I mean, Courtney ran a REM pod, but yeah, because there's so much area in your limited time. We hit a spot, then move on. Hit a spot, move on. And so we mostly focused on EVPs and stuff.
How long did you guys get? How many hours?
8. But technically, 8 to 4.
Yeah.
But they let you in at 7:45. Then you go we got the bunkhouse, so you go put your stuff in the bunkhouse. Then they take you to the souvenir shop and all that, and then sign the waivers. And so technically, no, you get like 7.
Yeah. And did you guys have to do that tour?
No, we didn't do the tour.
Oh, that was another 2 hours shaving off for us.
Yeah, that was
man.
Souvenir shop.
Man.
I don't have time for this.
Can you say that you've done the tour, or is there like a record of?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Yeah.
But you have some storytellers that'll take you on this tour, and it lasts to Mondo's point 2 hours, and you're like, okay, well now I have 4 hours to investigate.
Yeah, that sucks.
But yeah, I mean, the guy that was there, like we did this during Whiskey and Whispers, the security guard, badass dude. I mean, he was just really
Brandon.
Cool.
Yeah, his name was Brandon.
Brandon, you were there with us.
That's right.
There
in name only, but
in the name only.
So I mean, you just like, all right, guys, go have fun. It's like, all right, cool.
That's what I would say. Sitting at home, go have fun, enjoy yourself, bitches.
That going back to your point, David. I remember Jen and I when we went, and the very first thought of going through my mind, driving up to it is like, man, yeah, this building is massive.
It's so cool, to look at it,
Yeah, you're driving up and you're just in awe of what you're about to get into, but literally how big it is.
My daughter was videotaping, and she started off with the phone like straight up, and then she was looking at it, and the phone ended up sideways because I was like trying to get her because she had to capture the building, because how you drive up into that one little road right in front of it. So to get the whole building, she had to turn it sideways and do a 0.5 just to get the building. I mean, it was overwhelmingly and awe-striking to a point, just like, because you already know what went down there, but now you're seeing it because you've seen it on video after video, and then now you're there, and now it's like, well, shit, this is badass. I mean, I can finally say I've been there, just something of that nature. But yeah, no, it was just
thank you, Eugene.
Yeah, thank
you. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you.
Well, I was gonna say, what was your favorite spots? Like, James, since you've been there 3 times, do you have a favorite spot there?
Ooh, good question.
Where I seen the female, where I seen the female hospital patient, I guess, last time would be my favorite spot, and that was actually on the first floor. But now I have a second favorite spot, which happened to us. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting on Lone Wolf Paranormal, who went with us, if her son caught it on his body camera. But we were on the 4th floor. David had left because he had to have special needs medicine, and and Yvette and him had left because Yvette wasn't feeling good. But we went to the 4th floor, and we were at the far end. There's an exit sign with a red glow in the hallway. So I said we're not running any cameras, not running anything. Which I didn't realize he still had his dad body camera going. We're turning. This is just us with y'all, experience with y'all. Well, down at the far end, and one of the doors that was lit up with the red exit sign, I seen a head poke out about 3 to 4 foot high. To me, it poked out and then like went down the door frame. And I was like, did I just see what I think I saw? And then her son piped up and said he saw the same thing. I didn't say what I saw. He started describing a head popping out.
Right.
And so we were like, okay. So we both saw that. And so my buddy Philip, Brandon mentioned it used to be on our team. Well, years ago, I don't know if it was Timmy because I know there's a lot of kids there, but Timmy's the popular one. So I just went, so okay, if that's you, I got candy or money. I'll give you this if you do something for us, because that's what Philip said. He left Timmy $5 to move the ball because it wasn't moving, and the ball started moving all over the place. So I had change in my pocket. So I threw candy first down the hallway. Nothing happened. Threw a penny down the hallway. I'm telling him what I'm throwing. Nothing happened. Threw a nickel. And then Micah and Courtney were with us. He threw a quarter. Nothing happened. And then I had 2 dimes left. And I said, Timmy, I got 2 dimes. You can buy a lot of soda pop and candy with 2 dimes. So I threw the dimes down the hallway. And you hear them hit and all. Next thing we know, we hear damn footsteps, like something run out the hallway, scampering around the hallway, and then gone. So we're like, we all just heard that, right? And everybody heard it. So we start walking down the hallway. We found every coin but the 2 dimes. The 2 dimes were gone.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. We found every other coin we threw, and we all threw basically the same area. It was a dead-end hallway. Yeah, we walked into the rooms. There was 5 of us looking. The dimes were gone. We could not find the dimes. We found the pennies, the nickels, the quarter. Those are Timmy's dimes. He's a little hustler.
The more I think about that, James, when y'all told me that, the more I think about it. I'm thinking about it was like a crackhead hidden in the corner, thought it was 2 dimes, actually drug money.
Dime
package down there, and, took it and left.
Yeah, yep.
Well, I mean, I'll say this, like 502 was probably my favorite spot on the 5th floor, nurses area, but every single floor you can kind of feel eyes watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie to you, like that.
Yeah, you feel like you're being followed or watched.
Yeah, it wasn't like in a creepy, like ominous or malicious. It was just, you could tell you were being watched, and you felt that all over the building. But and no matter where you were, I always felt that. But like the body shoot was kind of calm when we were down there. Like nothing. We had an EVP and a loud bang which was weird because both my daughter and Lola heard the bang, but none of the adults heard the bang at all. James caught it on EVP where we don't even react. And Lola and Natalie looked at us like, they're not reacting to that. Like we didn't even hear it. But I will say that there were a lot of fireworks still going off, so that may have been why we didn't react, but nevertheless, it wasn't like a firework in the EVP.
No, it was like close.
Metal. Yeah.
And depending on how far down you are, like we went all the way to the bottom, you're not going to hear anything.
We were at the top. Courtney was at the bottom. Now, Courtney was at the bottom when that happened. We were at the top, and she didn't hear nothing either. So, but Jen, if you want to play some,
the EVPs, really quick. I don't know if this is Sierra or is Yvette.
I think it's Yvette.
I think it's Yvette.
I think it's Yvette with the eye roll.
She said that Lone Wolf and herself experienced a shadow in the body shoot, which is, I don't know, man. I love the body shoot.
They had a laser. They said they had put up a laser grid, and they said the shadow looked like it was trying to avoid the laser grid. It's like it went up, curving around it, up to the ceiling.
Wow, let's see.
I'll tell you my story before we play your EVP. So so there's a room that was kind of our, I guess you can say, like equipment room.
I think it's the same. It has to be the same room
where they have like coffins, right?
Is that where you guys had the equipment at? Like I don't know. What do they use for you guys?
We were the exterior buildings where they got you now for your equipment room.
Oh no! So yeah, we were in the building where there's
Okay, y'all were on the second floor then. Yeah, see, they moved all that. You don't go up there no more. Now because that's where we were last year. Now you're out where the gift shop was the first time. That's now your equipment area outside. That's where you go set your stuff up at. Yep.
So yeah, that room, and you can stare right to the gift shop. So you have to, from there you see the staircase, right? So what I saw a cat, right? And Jenny was putting the stuff away, and I'm just looking at this cat.
We were so dumb.
And I'm like, man, it's weird because every time you see a cat at night, you see the reflective eyes. And I'm just looking and looking, and then like it finally noticed me. It hauled ass down the stairs, but when it started hauling ass, it changed form into like almost like a human, and it went down the stairs.
That's weird.
I was shocked. I was like, "Oh my god, that's a creeper! That's a creeper!"
I was like, "You ain't seen nothing."
Yeah, there's no video of it because all the video was on the bottom. But yeah,
now I'll tell you something quick. I had Mike's. That's wild though. Yeah. Speaking of the creeper, and I forgot my XLS camera this time, but last time I took my SLS camera, which I don't recommend doing because that place is so massive and that thing gets so heavy. After a while, you get tired carrying that damn thing. But me and my wife were on the third or fourth floor. She walked into a room and I scanned the hallway. Well, there was two doors, two patient rooms, and you had the beam separating the wall separating the two doors. Well, it picked up a stick figure coming down the door frame. Ooh. And then when it disappeared in my peripheral, because I was looking at the screen, but my peripheral looked like something white kind of swooshed into the back room, not the room she walked in, but the other room. So I was like, well, maybe that was a creeper I caught on the SLS camera. Because it was inverted. The head, the legs were up. It wasn't like it was a figure standing up coming down. It was inverted. The head was down and the legs were up, like it was crawling down the door frame.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah.
Well,
so I
got the EVPs.
Let's go check them out.
You have room. So I got them here in order. Room 502. Do you want to tell everybody what 502 is first?
That's the supposed room with the nurse that hung herself.
Got it.
That Lola felt like she was trying to communicate with her, or someone else was, because some of the EVPs we got, and I'm gonna put some in the video, so it'll be a surprise. So people have to watch the video. I didn't want to give it all away, but yeah, go ahead and play it. And
we're gonna do the. Damn, I hope it's this one.
I'm gonna blow up that. Yeah. I'm gonna blow up that screen.
All right, hold on.
Let's see.
One moment,
hopefully
please.
Whoa.
Hopefully you can hear it on here.
Damn buttons. Oh, window. Oh yeah,
it's all different.
Here we go.
Wait, just rewind it back.
Nope, that's not it. That's not it. This is it.
Wait, rewind.
No, yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh. Hold on, I'm gonna play that again.
So that's Lola talking.
Can you guys hear that go back? I can clearly hear that. And there was another EVP. You didn't hear it?
No.
Not on my end.
It's like breaking up on my end.
I wonder.
Yep. Same way over here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can. How can we do this?
Mondo was your assistant.
Oh man. Yeah, we hear it clear as day.
Damn.
Hold on 1 second. We'll take it off and put it back.
It's breaking up.
Yeah, I cannot.
No, so I think the part where you hear breaking up is literally like
The
when
EVP.
nobody's saying
I
anything.
was just about to say it's the
Yeah.
EVP, like
It's
the
the actual EVP.
frequency. Yeah.
It's like the white noise that you hear, and then it's go back, go back. All right, let me see if maybe the other one comes out. Hold on.
Yeah, try the.
The other one, which was fucking crazy.
James, that's your ST45?
Yeah.
Oh, the Japanese model is sick,
Yep.
man. I like it.
I got 2 of them, and then I got Brandon's got one now too.
Nice.
I told
Yeah, and it's just hard to beat them things.
True.
this one. I just made Joy buy one. Joy, that's the EVP. That's the recorder I had you get.
Yeah, she did make me buy it. She sure did. It's right here.
It's good.
Shame on you.
I know.
Right? Sure
Right?
is.
I feel special. I feel part of the club now.
Joy, you got a bully like we do.
I don't got the DR60, but I got one. Another one.
Let's try this, guys. It's like Inception.
Hey, really quick, Jen. When you go full screen, can you see comments or no? No, right?
I can't see anything.
Okay.
Can't hear it.
Bob says about graphic equalizer on media player.
God damn. Let's try this. Oh,
yours is like in Japanese writing. And mine Japanese.
What's going on here? Wait, tell me if you can hear this. Could you hear that?
Try it again. Do it again.
Okay, it's gonna be James asking a question.
No, I noticed that too.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like noise cancellation. It's like it goes to talk, and then all of a sudden it's like it's silent.
Yeah, I've done that too when I've done lives with showing my videos and stuff, Jen. It's something I can hear it clear as day, but the other people watching can't really hear it, which sucks.
Right,
something StreamYard, yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I took off all my mic settings, so maybe you guys hear me weird?
We can still hear you.
All right, let me try.
Right, let's try that.
Let's see if this works.
That's the beauty of live, y'all.
For real, fuck this.
One more time.
You can hear it a lot better there.
Okay, so that's what it was. It was in the cancel. I'll go back to the other one after this one.
Okay, I heard it. I heard it. Yeah, I heard something.
Was that EVP after the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
I'm gonna play the first one back.
Cool.
I'm gonna play the first one back. Sorry, guys. See, I didn't even know that was a thing. Amazing. I just learned something new.
Yeah, so now we know when we do this, we gotta.
Yeah, we had to take out all the settings.
All manual settings, not automatic. All right.
Can you repeat what you told me at the staircase? I didn't hear you clearly.
I'm gonna play it one more time.
It sounds like there's something else there too.
No, but you can hear it. I mean, you can tell it's a female voice.
Can you repeat what you told me at the staircase?
So
I can hear it. Yeah.
You heard that, right?
But you guys sound far away now. Fix your settings because you guys sound very low. I can hear myself now.
Wait, we have more. There was one that was like
hello,
insane. You can't hear me?
No, we can't.
Very low, but I hear myself. Oh my god.
Hold on. You guys.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I say you're good for right now, just to play that.
Yeah. Damn. What the hell is?
Echo.
Hello? Hello?
Fifth floor area. Cancel.
Yeah, see.
Like an announcer at a baseball game.
Alright, hold on.
Now betting.
Ooh.
Wow.
How loud that was?
That was two of me going, wow.
No, wait, listen to this shit again. It almost like it says, "Oh no, you again" or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh no, you again.
And ironically, we came back up there to investigate. We went up there at first to take pictures. David and all of us, his daughter and all, we all went and took pictures. We went back and got our equipment, went to the tunnel, and then me and Lola went up there by ourselves to the 5th floor.
You're echoing.
And then we got that.
Echo.
Okay. We'll
Bravo.
Do you have anything else to play?
Yeah.
There's some videos or a video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me 1 second on the video. Bam.
Video.
But I thought that was really cool. The whole "you again" when we did come back.
That was a really good EVP.
And it was so clear. To me, it was clear.
That was the last one. Yeah, was really good. All of them were good, but the last one was great.
No. Hold on a second, guys. It makes me download every single one. Come on, bitch. Why? I don't get it. Okay, just did it. Hold on.
What the fuck?
Mondo, I'm going to need you to be prepared next time.
No. It makes me download every single thing. Like,
did somebody just moan?
No.
You didn't hear it? Was that you, James?
Moan?
Swear to God.
Moan and groan. No. Alright, here we go.
Okay, let's see. Let me see. Let me blow it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow it up on here.
Your name?
I heard it.
I'm gonna rewind that.
Okay, so right there is in the 1st floor where I seen the hospital patient last time.
Okay.
And so we were asking questions about her. Or to her.
Where by, like the 1st floor, where?
Near the death tunnel entrance.
Yeah.
You got that long hall, yeah.
Yes, okay. I got you.
Can you tell me your name? Swear. It was from way back there, huh? Yeah, it was like
Wait, that wasn't you, David?
No, I didn't say shit.
That was fucking disembodied.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I heard that shit. I did too. Can you tell me your name? Swear. No. Are you a patient here? Is this your room?
You light it up if you want. Yep. Are you standing in front of me? You light it up big if you want.
Oh, wow, you went red.
Thank you.
Fuck.
What?
Felt like something was pressing against my side. I thought on the radio, I just reached down, there's nothing there. It's like something was pushing in on my side. You like having company? Oh, I lit up good that time.
I just felt a bruise on my face.
What did she say there on her face? I meant to ask you.
She said it felt like almost like a coldness, like cupping the side of her face. When she asked, "Do you like me?" She felt like she was talking to an older woman.
That's Lola, by the way.
Oh,
that's James' daughter.
At the beginning of the clip, we're sorry we didn't mention it to you guys. That's Courtney and Micah from Ghost Coast Paranormal.
Maybe she thinks you're sweet.
Yep. Are you just touching me on my face?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you not allowed to leave your room? nurses and all say you had to stay in your room? Yep. Leave your room. Doctor's orders. Right. Don't listen to the doctor.
I don't see them around. Let's go.
Okay. Maybe that was a doctor telling you to.
Sorry.
I'll pick her up.
I don't need to.
That's 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗍. Pick her up.
She was scared of picking up her doll.
So yeah, so what happened? We were using the K2 obviously as light it up for yes, and we were talking about you can't leave your doctor's orders, you can't leave the room, and it lit up. So we walked down back. That was on the fourth floor, and we walked or third floor, and then we walked back down. We're on the first floor, and we were joking about ignoring the doctor's orders, and then the next thing we know, 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗍 come flying out of the bag.
Betty.
And whether she fell out gravity or something pulled her out, it was still wild because it was right when we were kind of bashing the doctor's orders.
Where was this at? Cheating. That's at Waverly Hills.
I was just about to type that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky, or Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville. All right. No, that's awesome, man. And that place is very very impressive, man. I'm glad you guys got a lot of good evidence there.
She did pretty good, man. That
Wait,
place
fix your audio, Jen?
Oh,
yeah. We gotta fix her audio.
So what does it sound like now?
Very low.
Echoey.
And echoey.
Stop mic settings.
Go back to like where you did a thing. And just
How about now?
Yes.
better?
Hey, we're back. Normal.
All right.
But yeah, she did good, especially in that room when she started communicating what felt like was an older woman. Her nerves and all really calmed down, and that was early in the night too. So her nerves really calmed down, and she just got more comfortable with everything.
Awesome.
Are we still echoing?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Damn, what the hell? Freaking, I don't know if we probably did, but did you all say the price of Waverly? Did they change the prices? Is it more expensive?
Haunting Angels have to answer that. I don't really recall what the total price was.
Yvette,
we just split it between 10 people.
I think it was $150 per person.
Okay, so that's what we
1,500
figured out.
Okay, yeah, it's me.
Damn.
But going back to how,
10 people, that's nothing.
Going back to the size of Waverly, the problem is so when we went with other people, and it kind of like felt like we were stepping on each other's toes because if there were a floor or two under us, we would hear them doing EVPs from, let's say, for example, the one that comes.
And were they yelling?
That's what I was about to say.
And we were hearing their playbacks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, depending where they were. If like say we were on the third and they were right under us, maybe on the second or whatever. Yeah. You're gonna hear it because everything's open. But like if you're on one end of the building, no, you're not gonna hear shit. I didn't find that like that.
No. It's only if you're directly above them. You will.
Of course.
Yeah, we were pretty spread apart. Now we split into two groups: me, Lola, David, and his daughter, and Courtney and Micah, and then Yvette, Sierra, and Aurora, Lone Wolf, and her son. And they went off doing their own thing, and we didn't hear each other unless we were on the same floor together. And that was if we came up on each other because we were talking kind of a normal voice. We weren't trying not to be loud and trying not to have any voice carryover or anything like that. So I didn't ever really hear anyone unless we were coming up, walking close to each other or looking for each other. Right. So for us, we didn't have that kind of experience as far as hearing them on another floor.
Oh, that's good.
And one thing I wanted to get into was dolls. So does everybody here collect haunted stuff, or is it just you, James?
I think just me.
You got shit everywhere in this house, yo. You got it. If you guys,
Brandon just gave me a cremated couple.
what?
Do you have them near you?
They're back. I can go get them.
Yeah, can I see them?
Oh my
I mean,
god, dude. So when you
other
guys
friends
are
give
doing
other
the
friends
TikTok
like when
That's
we're
right.
married.
That's how we do it.
when you guys are on the TikTok lives, there was a couple times where like stuff will like pop out behind James, and there was one I was
Mhm.
like, "Yo, there's like, I don't think his setup is the same right now. Is that? I feel like
No,
No,
it's
it's
typically on the other
not.
side.
it's not
It's on
right.
the other
Okay, that's
side.
what I'm saying because it doesn't look like that. I remember asking him if he had a piano because I saw a lady there standing in that back area, and I'm like, "What is that? Like a mirror?" And he was, "Wait, what'd you say was?" Oh, I thought it was a piano.
It's old vanity. It's an old vanity.
Yeah, and it was a vanity. I
See,
thought it was a fucking piano.
Oh
My
wow. Are
Yeah.
those human? Those are not human. No way.
yeah,
Yep.
those are human.
Oh, they
Oh, it must,
99.9%.
it must be small.
yeah, but still.
Well, not small. The family that I got it from, well, he got it from a
Divided
person
it.
that was
This was
that was
actually
living
really.
there, and the story behind that, they split it between each family, gave
Right.
a
Right. I
portion of
forgot about
their
that.
mom and dad or the
Yeah.
grandparents.
Yeah.
I forgot that
Wow.
people do that. Wow. I mean, they're
You know,
cute.
other friends give each other like handshakes, compliments.
You asked me.
No, we give James haunted shit.
Because this house needs more haunted shit, right? I mean,
Yeah,
why not?
exactly.
Do you have?
Well, I had it for about for a while over here, and it hasn't. Nothing ever happened around here besides my buddy's best friend hung himself over here, and that's the only person I see that shot a person in my house, and that's it.
Wow.
You really see him for real?
Oh yeah,
Oh wow.
even my 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗀𝗃, my German Shepherd, she even popped up. I was just sitting, me and her was just laying on the couch, and she popped up so fast with her head and just pointing, and she never growled or nothing. I said, "Oh, you saw him too, did you?" I just because I noticed that he came out of the bedroom closet and walked in front of the doorway like he's going to the bed. I said, "You saw him too," and she never. I even tried to get her attention. She wouldn't even budge. She was still focusing on what
She
went
was
on in that room.
Wow.
wow. Hell no.
Nice.
When so Brandon, for your case, since it was something like that, like they did that to themselves, right? I don't want to say it on because of YouTube, but do you find it like a negative energy or no? Not really. Nah. Okay, that's cool. That's good. That's good.
Why are you feeling
Well, see,
anything?
and that's my thing
I
with
for
mine. I just feel like a protector. It started out as like, oh, it'd be cool to own a haunted object, and then I guess it's turned more personal of protecting their items, keeping them items from being destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't know if their attachment to them was enough. Obviously, there was enough attachment. They cared about their items or what have you, and it's just turned into now almost. I walk in the house, I'll speak to them, leave the house, tell them, watch over the house, different things like that. It seems like lately more stuff happens when I leave and my wife's home alone than it is,
Or when I
with me
stay
here,
tonight.
or when he stays the night. The last big thing that happened, and I sent them the picture, was the walking stick that Brandy was in the bedroom. She heard it fall, and I sent the pictures. It was up underneath the table stand beside the couch, and the way it fell, there's no way it would have landed like that or even be under there. And I sent them two debunkers there, and they were just as flabbergasted about how it was laying. And
so interesting. You
um,
mentioned the walking stick.
mhm.
Okay, so do you know what's the story behind the walking stick? Like, where it was just a random.
I found it at an antique store,
That's so funny.
David's
So,
old walking
Call
stick.
one out of the antique
and
store too.
I bought it for my wife to use when hiking because she likes hiking.
oh my
I
god.
I
bought
didn't
one.
buy it to think it was haunted or anything.
Me too.
I actually thought you bought it for her because she kept falling down the stairs or up the stairs.
Well, she could use that too.
So, Armando, tell them what So somebody left a cane in his job.
So not to name my job, but where I work, it's a banking facility essentially. So in the teller line, I was sitting in the drive-through position, and there was 4 coworkers on mine, but 2 of them were specifically talking to me. But we have the open door that goes into the vault room. So we're looking in that direction because we're kind of like facing each other, watching the cameras looking for the branch. So we were already looking in that direction. So we're just there like joking around or whatever. We had put a walking cane that one of the members for XY reason came into the branch.
It's just so weird.
Using the walking stick.
Left it.
But then left it. Like they left without it. So you needed it to come in, but you didn't need it to leave. Go figure.
I don't know.
So we had it there, and to this day, that's been like almost a year and a half now. We still have the walking cane in our branch, but we don't leave it where it was. So we had it in one corner of the branch, and it was like leaning up on the wall. So there was no way that if you bang into it or anything like that,
you imagine it's
fall.
Like in a corner,
like that.
You know,
we saw it go up, like lift up, and be thrown to the other corner of the vault room.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, and I was thinking, bro, maybe that person died or something. Like, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Something happened there.
Never know.
Not the first weird thing that's happened in my job. We closed the maximum security door, and I had to reopen it back up because I heard a woman say, "I'm still in here," which is kind of like messed up in my part because I always double check. Because if you leave for the day, they have no oxygen to breathe in there, they'll die. So I always walk in there to double check. But I heard someone, and my coworker, Valentina, also heard, "Hey, I'm still in here." So we hauled ass opening the door. We open it and we go in there, and there was no one in there.
Oh wow. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but that walking thing, I was just telling him, we were just talking about it, man. Because if the person's holding on to it like day in and day out, or just can you imagine so much energy? Your hands emit a lot of energy, also
especially for wood. Yeah, if it was wood.
Yeah,
they said wood absorbs.
So I mean, why not?
Right?
Because you want to think that, it's not going to be like having attachment, but anything leaves some type of your imprint on it.
Right.
I think that's pretty neat.
Well, yeah.
James,
of course.
do you have that walking stick?
Huh?
Do you have that walking stick by you?
Yeah.
I want to see if it's similar to mine. Mine's wood.
Don't make
just clean your whole living room out, James.
If you're on a laptop, just carry us with you. It's fine.
Right. I don't know if you can see. It's
oh my
long
god! Have one similar to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it was propped up in a corner, where like an island type of looks from the kitchen in the living room, and behind the couch, and the head of it, it'd been different if it slid like this, like the bottom had slid and went underneath and went up underneath the table, but it was the head of the stick that was up underneath the table. Somehow it fell like that, but it was underneath the table, which has 4 legs on it. There's no way to get underneath the table.
That's wild.
But that's how she found it. She took pictures and sent it to me.
Wow.
And, but yeah, I don't know. I found it at an antique store. I thought it was cool and brought it home. And that's the only time it's ever done anything. So I don't know if anything with it or if anything, one of my other spirits messing with it.
Yeah. David, you have one too? I thought I seen a stick with you.
He's got 12.
I've got like a couple canes, but
he's got a wizard staff.
Show and tell, guys.
This one's
got a magic wand.
Matches the beard.
Magic wand.
Oh wow.
And this is my father-in-law made these. So
nice.
Yep. So got a freedom stick that I walk around with a lot. You'll notice.
It looks short.
Yeah. It is shorter. But don't judge the stick. You've never used it. Okay.
I don't want to.
Brandon,
I do not
you've
want
already
to touch it
known
after you
damn well.
done touched
Don't
it.
know where it's been.
That's
That's right.
Come on here saying you don't want to touch it. You've already said you wanted to.
Gandalf.
Gandalf. Yep, that's what they call
Yep.
him. At work, in this group, it's
In his
wise.
chat,
That's
yeah,
wisdom.
he's Gandalf reject in our group chat.
Yep. I'm okay with that.
But Jen, do you want to? Because I know it's getting late. Do you want to play the EVP video I sent you, and we'll talk about that real quick and
Yeah.
wrap it up?
Echoes veterans.
Yes, because I'm sure David's got to go potty.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
Look, this was full. Now it's
James, do you remember the Pepto talk conversation
Oh yeah.
from the first time you were on?
Yeah.
Let me change our audio real quick. Or what if I?
That echo.
No, y'all haven't done anything yet. Hold on. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Welcome to the EVP project.
So what is Echo's Veteran Project, or EVP? Echo's Veteran Project is actually going to be one where we bring veterans out to our investigations to introduce them to the paranormal field. Because what we truly believe that it's important for a veteran to find community. And that's one of the leading cause of veteran suicide that is current with the VA statistics as well as the suicide statistics in the country.
Former military personnel?
Yep.
Damn.
Go ahead.
That's cool. I like that clip.
Yeah, I really like that.
I just wanted to say thank you, Brandon, for your service.
Yes.
Not Brandon. I'm sorry. I'm
David.
looking
Mine was firefighting law enforcement.
Brandon's
He's
like,
military.
yeah, he's like, I'm looking at you, but I said your name. Don't ask me why. Sorry.
It's okay. David's so short, you just overlooked him.
David.
Flew right past his window.
I might be small but mighty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my name is David. Can y'all see me?
That's right. That's right.
Hey, look, we all love Mighty Mouse. Okay, that's all we gotta say. Is that,
Awesome video.
Man, I just
Awesome
aged
video.
myself.
I like that.
It
Appreciate
was.
that. Yeah, David, do you want to elaborate on that video any, or
Tell us about that, David.
tell us about the project?
Well, it actually hit me coming back from North Carolina. I mean, I've been thinking about getting veterans and coming out because I work in the veteran nonprofit space already. I've been there for over 10 years, 11 years this month, actually. I always wanted to get back into the field, and I noticed just how much it really helped me in the last couple of years with it. And me and James were talking on the way back from booze on the battleship, and I was like, dude, I've already got a name picked out. And we were just kind of going back with names, and I was like, Echo's Veteran Project, that's it, EVP. I mean, it's kind of fitting. But what we'll do is we'll pay for the veteran to actually be at the investigation. So the only thing they have to pay for is to get there. That's it. So the investigation will be free for them. They'll have all the tools necessary to investigate, understand when it goes into a real investigation, not one you see on TV, but an actual investigation. And I mean everything from razzing each other to joking around, but then investigating and being a part of a community, right? There's already so many good veterans in the community already, so why are we not highlighting that? And a lot of it, they use Bring your DD-214. That's right. But yeah, there's already really great veterans in the community already, but we're not highlighting them as they should. Just like firefighters, law enforcement, things like that. They're in the community already. So why not highlight them? So that's just another way that we can do it. But it will, because, and I've said this to James, is that I've actually had a lot more fun hunting the dead than I ever did the living. So it was just one of those caveats to, like, it's more peaceful on that end than it is actually in any kind of combat or warfare scenario. So,
what do you find? There's something I talked about. Like, I find like law enforcement, firefighters, people like, I don't know, government workers or whatever. Like, I find them, a lot of them in the paranormal field, and then you wouldn't even think so. But like, a lot of people don't know you're doing this shit on the side. So do you think that they believe in the paranormal or don't believe in anything, or what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, so I don't want to give too much away when I say this, because I'm also having something else that's going to be releasing, like talking about this exact thing. But we're actually kind of chasing the demons of our past already. So we're trying to figure out what it is that has caused us to recalibrate in a different way, right? Like I've said numerous times, anybody that's in law enforcement, firefighters, hats off to you. You deal with that on a day-to-day basis. Veterans, we went in a more catastrophic avenue, right? But we dealt with it periodically. And what I mean by that is, like, we either deployed for 6 months to a year, or in some cases if you were extended for 18 months. So you're 18 months being away from your family in a foreign land. They don't like you at all, and you still have to do your job. So it's, you're either catching mortars and rockets during the day, or you're on presence patrol, you're on route clearance, you're doing a raid, but police here, they do it. But what I think is they're just trying to explain the hell they've already seen, if you want my honest opinion. So they're just trying to really grab root and figure out something, because one, it takes away from what they have seen. They already know that more than likely things have happened, and they're there to investigate potential spirits. Well, that's where we came from. So there are demons in our past that we're trying to either explain or not necessarily get over, because I don't think it's ever going to leave us, but more so let us sit with it easier. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, I think so. How long were you in the service for?
8.5 years.
Yeah.
And then I got medically retired in 2012. But I did 6 tours to Iraq, and then they're like, okay, it's time for you to go. You're too fucked up. So
that's fucked up. They think you're fucked up,
Yeah, it's great though.
Now
I want to not pick on David, but actually something pretty cool with David. So he lost his eardrums in his he got basically ID hit him, but he can pick up on EVPs better than most people, and I'm blown away by that. The man has no eardrums, or they're damaged, or I'm not sure exactly what, but he can hear EVPs, like the wording out. He can pick up on them very well compared to most of us.
It's frequency. It's actually frequency, and I've actually kind of looked into that, and basically, if it's a lower frequency, I can hear it fairly well, but a higher frequency, my wife can call me from the next room and I can't hear anything, but you give me a whisper in a recorder, I can almost pick it out like that. But anything high pitch.
What about spirit box? Can you make out what it's saying on a spirit box?
So very, very seldomly, unless it's very clear. Like I've even said in numerous swears, like I couldn't make that out, male voice, right? I couldn't make out exactly what they were saying because, but if it was,
but it is a higher frequency too,
right?
Yeah, it is a higher.
It's a higher frequency. I can't really hear that.
Yeah,
but
Joey.
Recorder.
Yeah, Joey's on here, but my husband, he can't hear spirit box for shit. He can't hear anything. And he suffers from tendonitis, and he got that from the Navy because working down below with the buzzing and stuff. So that's why I asked you, can you hear spirit box? Maybe it has something to. I was like, are you just
No.
stupid? Are you scared?
Unless like that, yeah. The
I'm like,
funny thing
it's clear as
is
day. What the fuck? But
in that video where I go, yep, like that, it was so low I could hear it. It was like, yep, just like that. But I had to replicate it, on just so that way James could hear. But yeah, no, recorders are a little bit better for me. Spirit boxes, I'll do them. SD sessions, Delcos, or whatever, I'll do them. But yeah, I'm a lot better with the recorder as far as picking up what it actually says, because I've got tinnitus too. All it is a dial tone constantly.
Yeah, the buzzing.
That's all I hear.
Yeah,
that should suck.
It's like you
does.
picked up the receiver to an old phone, and that is what I hear in my head constantly.
All the time, yeah. You know what I think would be kind of good for you to try out, and I'll be interested to see, like, if you try it out and let me know how it works for you as far as like listening, because
I know what you're gonna say, and I was gonna mention it right before you jumped the gun.
Tell me. Yes.
Live listening.
No.
Oh, he should.
No. Paranormal.
I do all the live listening.
So there's a YouTube. It's Paranormal. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna actually write to you, and I'm gonna send it to you because I want you to try it out when it's live. It has to be when they're running a live session, because obviously pre-recorded sessions not gonna do anything, but it's basically white noise filtered on top of white noise on top of white noise, and it's just white noise. That's it. It's filtered out, but you're gonna hear like how Ron's Staticom and stuff like that, or 𝗵𝗶, their system is just all white noise generator. There's no words, there's nothing, and you can hear voices talking through there. Now, there's low, and there's sometimes high pitched noises, but I tend to tune into like it's almost like in a background. So I think that's like the voice that you kind of hear, like lower and in the background, and that shit pops out to me for some reason. So I think that would be really cool. I think you'd be really good to like hear distinctive.
Well, I wear these constantly, the AirPods, because you can use them as like a hearing device or anything like that, and it almost acts like a bounce back white noise, right? So like that's kind of funny that you brought that up. So yeah, Chris also has that. Yeah, I'm telling you, tinnitus is one of those that you'd be asleep and all of a sudden you just hear just constant, though. It never goes away. Nighttime is the loudest.
Do you get headaches from it?
There's no other noise.
Does it cause headaches for you guys?
Migraines.
Yeah, that's what it gets. Sucks.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, you get used to them over time, or used to it better over time, but it will get louder as you get older. That's the bad part with tinnitus.
I know it sucks for us, but I can't imagine, like, all I hear is that low buzzing, but if it gets louder, I can't deal with it.
I get that low buzzing after I come back from diving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was going to say, would it stop if you put your head underwater?
Yeah, it does actually. It does.
Okay. Well, that's what I was. Yeah.
So, like, whenever I don't know if you guys have ever, not the hyperbaric chamber, but like the no noise chamber. It looks like an egg, and you lay in it. If you don't really want to look too deeply into yourself, I don't recommend that because it will mess you up, because like there's no sound and it's free floating. So they weigh you, and they put the salt in the tank, and they close you in this tank. But yeah, that was probably the most relief I've ever gotten from tinnitus. I didn't hear it, and I finally sat there, but then you'll start to, shit will come up if you're ever in one of those chambers.
Damn.
Wow. Well, there's a medium that she does kind of like does events at My Haunted Manor over there in Pennsylvania. She goes I don't know if she does it before every investigation, but she does do it before going to the manor. She goes to the I forgot what they're called. Anyways, that thing. Yeah. And she kind of see what she picks up. What she does, like, she'll pick up entities from the location she's going to. There, she writes it down, and then she goes to the place and then investigates. Mm-hmm. But I think
I'm telling you, that chamber, if you really
it's dope. Yeah, I don't have one by me. I don't know. I don't think so. I've always wanted to try it because there's a couple of
flip therapy.
Yeah, I want
flip therapy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've got a couple.
True. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, it's badass.
I think Cody. No, did Cody serve? He's the Cody in the chat.
Cody, I believe,
reality.
but he's also a firefighter.
Oh yeah, yeah. New reality.
Freedom Paranormal did too.
Yeah.
True.
But
Thank you guys all for your service. And I know my dad was in the Navy. He has kind of like, he does have hearing issues, but I just chalk it up to old age. But he always kind of like was bad on one side,
Yeah.
but it didn't help him that he worked for like I don't know if it was Pan Am or Eastern. Which you remember?
Eastern.
I think it was Eastern. Yeah, back in the day, Miami International Airport, when he like left the Navy, he moved down here, and then he stayed here with his uncle and his aunt because he's from Philadelphia. And that kind of messed up his ears too. So all that shit.
yeah. But I still love guns. I still go out and shoot them all the time, and you know, so like that's just one of those things. It's like it never leaves you, and it's you have a little bit of therapy whenever you do shoot. So
and he still answers to his wife. Huh? What you say?
What was that, Brandon?
Yep, that's it.
Selective hearing.
It's not selective, ma'am. It's not selective.
No.
Okay? You know, we just didn't want to hear you at that point. It's the thing. It's not selective.
Good cover up.
Oh, man. Shout out to all the veterans out there. Everybody that supports the show, thank you very much. Our other friend just dawned on me. Brandon, I came with fire. Thank you, buddy, as well.
You guys should go. I'll message you about him because you should bring that up with him, and I think that would be dope.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
So guys, tell us anything that you guys have coming up.
Where can everybody find you?
Where can they find you? I know we have 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀 coming up, but what else is in line for the three of you?
So the weekend before the 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀, we're going to do Old South Pittsburgh on the Friday night, and then Old Harriman Hospital Saturday night. So 2 hospitals in one weekend.
Take me with
and
you.
We
we're going to go.
Yeah.
Who are you going with? It's just
we're gonna be filming. We're gonna be filming for Echo's Veteran Project there. So we're gonna have 2 veterans that are gonna be coming out, one at each location. You know, we filmed. The way I loved it was where we at Old Hamilton County Jail is where we all investigated together for the first time. So that's where we filmed episode 1, and then now we're going to be filming 2 and 3, and then we'll move on. There's another one that I have in mind that James doesn't know about yet, but he will when we get together next month.
Surprise!
Exactly.
Yep, I'm full of them. But no, I think again, it's just we have that coming up, and then obviously any kind of Paracon that we can get to, because again, like everybody here, we have full-time jobs, and family obligations.
And Booze on the Battleship. Before I forget, Booze on the Battleship too. I actually got invited to that, and
May 1st to the 3rd.
We'll be a boo crew. Yep, May 1st to the 3rd. We'll actually be leading investigations for people. If they want to investigate with us, you know, they don't have to. But we got some surprises with that as well, and definitely get your tickets and come out of that, because I mean, what's not cooler than investigating a battleship?
Yeah,
that's in North Carolina.
That's in North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina. Yep.
Well, we have one here up north. I forgot what it's called, but we have one up here. You can rent out, and I would love to do that. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
I'm gonna go. So yeah,
James, you still playing with that cane?
Maybe.
I swear, David, he wants to be just like you.
Wise and short. That's, I guess.
He's just a fat version of you. That's all.
Something to hold on to.
God.
Look, just get the beard.
I don't have the beard.
Mondo and I just out a little more Mondo, okay? Just let it go. All right.
But yeah, we're
this used to be down here.
I remember it. It was long, dude.
Yeah.
We got the booze, and then we got the 2 hospitals, and that's all we have for right now. unless David's surprised. But far
You
as
better be on
finding
the day
us,
I can go.
Nope.
it's need to find a
It's
babysitter,
not.
Brandon.
What was that?
Need to find a babysitter.
I got to have a kids pass.
Kids, yeah. But no, you can find us Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Actually, catch our actual live show we do every Thursday night at 8:30 on TikTok. It's through the Cross the Line Paranormal page, but we call the show Whiskey and Whispers. And we talk about anything and everything under the sun with paranormal. We razz on each other. We invite people in the chat to come on the live if they want to. We just
Place bet
interact
to
with
see how
everybody
many
in the
times I
chat.
get kicked out.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fun conversation because it isn't just us talking. We socialize back and forth. Everybody in the chat, basically like what y'all do here, and we actually bring people on at random if they want to. You know, if they want to share something or get involved more with what we're talking about, or if they have something to share story wise or whatnot. So it's a lot of fun.
You're more active on TikTok, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And we're also drinking when we're on TikTok. So
yes, but it's spicy tea. It's spicy tea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can't say alcohol or anything. It's just spicy tea on TikTok.
Yeah. You can't do nothing on TikTok. They ban you for everything.
I know. So that's what we tell people come.
I got kicked out just saying midget.
Yeah. Gotta move over to YouTube. Much better over here.
Now we do share our episodes. If you did miss it on TikTok, we do share them to our YouTube page, which I've been slacking lately. I need last week's was good, so I need to share that one. David disappeared. Oh, there he is.
No,
he rolled
on
on
here.
I thought he rolled out of here.
D-Man's already posting it all up there on the chat.
He's like Autobots. He's got to roll out.
Autobots, roll out.
I'm gonna have to sign up for TikTok now just so I can join you guys on the live.
Oh heck yeah! Heck yeah!
We'll chop it up.
Well, I mean, I think the only problem with TikTok is that obviously community guidelines and all that other BS that goes on over there, but it is the best for organic growth. I will say that.
Yeah, you grow faster on TikTok.
But you also have we had a lot. So I have I have two accounts. One in my main account is Warrior AF, and then my other account is Warrior Paranormal. Well, some people from my main account, that's military veteran and now found Warrior Paranormal, and so they jumped into one of our lives, and we were going back and forth, and then So, but now I've got a couple of which I love is more female veterans that are more interested in wanting to come out with us too. So that's the other part.
I love the veteran thing. I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. And this will be an extended. This is just the first season. We're going to be doing a lot more after that. So.
I know, right?
Also, James, you're about to plug your socials. We're sorry.
Oh, I thought I did. But no, yeah. Cross the Line Paranormal on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So just Cross the Line Paranormal, simple enough.
It is Cross the Line. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I have my personal page, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗏 on Instagram and TikTok as well. So there's that too. But I mostly try growing the CLP page, and then so that's basically what I focus on. But yeah, man, we thank y'all for having us. It's been fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys for being here.
It was awesome.
And appreciate you guys for sure.
Yeah, man.
It's nice to put a face to Brandon and David. But Brandon, I see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had to put a face. Those faces.
Nice to put a face.
We love those faces.
I'm gonna create me a shirt that says "I'm not David," and on the back of it, it's gonna say Brendan.
Put it on your head.
Or have a line that says Brendan this high, David this low.
Well, shit, we're gonna have to get name tag.
I definitely want to say I appreciate not only you guys being on the show with us and being on the chat, but your friendships as well. Definitely,
Yes.
we do appreciate it, and getting to
Y'all
meet
too.
you guys in person in a few weeks, man. That's gonna be awesome. So thank you again for being on
Oh
with
yeah.
us.
Yeah, and hit us up when y'all get to Savannah too. I don't know when y'all are actually going in. We were planning on going on Saturday. I don't know if I'll make the Friday night stuff, but I was planning on Saturday. I know David's getting an Airbnb.
Okay.
So I'll figure it out. I don't know what time I'm getting off.
We'll be
I'm
there
gonna sit
Friday.
at home eating ice cream, crying and eating ice cream.
We're
You
gonna
can
be
go for one
there
day,
on Friday.
Jesus.
Just we don't know yet what time because unfortunately, like our kids go to school at that point. If you take them out before a certain time, they don't count it as a school day. So yeah, it'll probably be at some point during the day that we'll be there.
We'll be there Friday.
We're going
I think it's like 1:30 in the state of Florida.
for us down here. I think it's noon. I think it's noon. Yeah.
So we're gonna try to get them and just hit it
and go. Yeah. But yeah,
Madison, Florida has schools.
Can you imagine?
Guys, also before we do wrap up, friends of ours of the show, The New Reality, they will be having a brand new episode coming up shortly at 9:00. So tune into their YouTube, The New Reality Paranormal, and to check it out. It's called When We Went to a Haunted Town, a Ghost Town, excuse me. So tune in in about an hour. And as always, please remember, if you want to get spooked, hit
9:00 your time or 9:00 California time?
In 1 hour.
Oh, your time 9:00, so 6.
1 hour for us.
6:00 here. Okay.
So maybe
time change throws me off. I'm like, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Where all those hours go?
That's just tune into The New Reality Paranormal in 1 hour, guys.
Okay.
From wherever the hell you're at.
Wherever you're at, 1 hour. I'm like, wait a minute, 9:00 is late.
He's gonna get the outro done.
All right. Thank you guys
please
for being
remember,
on. We
if you want to
appreciate
get
you all.
spooked, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, and please feel free to comment on this episode. Please tell your friends, tell your family, watch Spooked Coast to Coast. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Peace.